Hello and welcome to the channel. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC taken to court by not less than 7 political parties over accusation of fraudulent elections in the country has earmarked a humongous amount of money to fight the cases leveled against them in the court. Get the details on this. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. INEC votes 3 billion naira to fight electoral cases. The Independent National Electoral Commission has budgeted over 3 billion naira to defend the results of the February 25th presidential and National Assembly election on the March 18 governorship and state assembly polls. The Punch reports that several candidates who lost in the elections have filed petitions in the presidential and state election petition tribunals to challenge the outcome of the polls. So far, over 100 election petitions have been filed by aggrieved candidates and their parties across the country. The presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, the Labour Party, Peter Obi, the Action Alliance, Solomon Okagbuwan, Allied People's Movement, Shishi Ojie, have also filed petitions for the nullification of the presidential election results. INEC had on March 1st declared the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Bola Tinubu as the winner of the February 25th presidential election, but the 5 candidates filed petitions seeking the nullification of the poll. Also, election petition tribunals in over 12 states have equally received petitions from National Assembly candidates who are not satisfied with the results of the just concluded elections. The states where the petitions had been received included Edo, Plateau, Ondo, Kwara, Ogun, Bayelsa, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, Bauchi, Lagos, and Niger states. Some aggrieved candidates had protested in Ogun and Nasarawa states, vowing to challenge the results of the elections in court. Last November, the INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu lamented that the commission was handling over 600 cases in several courts across the federation. Speaking at a capacity-building workshop for over 300 judges that would handle election disputes, he revealed that the cases pending against the electoral body relate to the conduct of primaries by political parties. However, INEC in its election project plan for the 2023 general election earmarked 3 billion naira for the prosecution of election-related cases. The document, which was obtained on Sunday, read in part, Litigation and Prosecution, 2,104,965,000 2022 and 3,087,195,425 naira 2023, total 5,192,162,425 naira. The INEC election project plan also showed that the electoral umpire budgeted 886.2 million naira for legal drafting and clearance in 2022 and 2023. The commission allocated 337.4 million naira for legal drafting and clearance in 2022, while 548.7 million naira was budgeted for the same item for this year. The Punch could not confirm the number of lawyers the Electoral Commission would engage to handle the numerous election petition cases lodged at the tribunals. The chief press secretary to the INEC chairman, Rotimi Oyekanmi, said he did not know the number of solicitors that will be employed by the commission when asked on Sunday. But the PDP and the All Progressives Grand Alliance have chided the commission over the amount budgeted for litigations, saying INEC must be above board. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Speaking in a telephone conversation with our correspondent on Sunday, the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Debo Ologunagba, urged the media to rise and condemn the wastefulness of INEC. He said, Nigerians should ask INEC why they are spending so much to defend election cases. We have condemned the conduct of the 2023 general elections by INEC. The media should rise and condemn the wastefulness of INEC. How can an institution that spent over 300 billion naira for beavers use another 3 billion naira for litigations. The expectation was that there would be no crisis of credibility after the deployment of beavers. Similarly, APGA National Chairman Mr. Victor Oyed expressed worry over the huge amount the Commission proposed to spend on the defense of the election it conducted. It is very worrisome. This shows that there are likely to be more election petitions in 2023 than we had in 2019. It is not a good development because this huge amount could have been deployed for more developmental purposes. If elections are generally acceptable as free, fair, and credible, there will be no need for these numbers of cases. This calls for INEC to be more responsible in the discharge of its constitutional mandate, or yes, submitted. But the National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, Felix Morka, argued that there was nothing extraordinary in INEC's plan to defend itself against the plethora of election petitions and other lawsuits slammed against it. While shying from commenting on the budget involved, Morka maintained that it was within the right of INEC to defend the conduct and outcome of the elections. He said, "I don't know anything about their finances or budget for the election petition litigation, but what I can say is that INEC is the electoral umpire, the agency charged with the duty to conduct elections for Nigeria. That duty extends to litigating or defending any lawsuit arising from that election. It is their legal responsibility to respond to or defend any petition brought against it in the conduct of the election. The law prescribes INEC functions and gives the Commission powers that it would exercise, even in this instance. I don't see anything extraordinary about INEC electing to defend the election or bring forth its response to the petitions that parties have brought. That is what we expect, and we think INEC is well within its authority to respond to those lawsuits by candidates or parties." The national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure, however, disagreed with the APC's position on the issue. Abure stated that his party and candidates were not intimidated by INEC's 3 billion naira war chest, which he alleged would eventually end up in private pockets. According to him, the party's presidential candidate Peter Obi and all their supporters are optimistic that the judiciary would do the right thing. He also vowed that LP would pursue its cause for justice to the Supreme Court to reclaim its mandate. He stated, "We are all Nigerians and we saw what played out in the last elections. For us, we are determined to pursue the case up to the Supreme Court. Even though a lot of people don't have confidence in the judiciary, I believe once in a while the judiciary can still do the right thing, but we will give them the benefit of the doubt. We are very hopeful and we are sure that if there is a time the judiciary will do the right thing, it has to be from this case. This is because what transpired in the last elections is indeed a rape of democracy." That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.